Motorola definitely has a presence in the Android Wear smartwatch space because the Moto 360 is already in its second generation and it's proven to be quite big for the company. But for anyone who wants something with a little bit more sportiness, you might like this next one. Hey guys, John V from PhoneArena here. You're watching our video review of the Moto 360 Sport. Obviously, the main distinction here is the sporty design. It looks good and definitely appeals to those who have an active lifestyle or anyone who's into fitness. Now that's achieved with the rubbery band. It feels comfortable and also is sweat resistant. The entire thing features the same IP67 certification just like the Moto 360, but by now you would hope that something like this that's geared towards fitness folks would have a higher degree of resistance, but that's not the case. It's only available in 3 colors, which kind of limits the options and doesn't really have the same level of personalization that we currently have with the existing Moto 360. The other main standout here is the Anylight hybrid screen, which Motorola says to offer superior visibility both indoors and out. Specifically, it's a 1.37-inch 360 by 325 LCD panel with a reasonable pixel density count of 263 pixels per inch. That's more than enough to make out fine text and whatnot, and everything's protected by Gorilla Glass 3, and it's also nice that it's now slightly recessed this time around. Now, while it offers great visibility, including direct sunlight thanks to the strong contrast, there's one downside to everything, and that's just the poor viewing angles, and we do notice a visible distortion, and with that, colors tend to be subdued and dull. The other notable thing to talk about with the Moto 360 Sport is that it features built-in GPS. It works in conjunction with the new Moto Body running application that's preloaded, and it's specifically geared for runners because it utilizes the GPS to track our progress on a map. And the other thing here is the Sport watch face, the default one on the home screen. Of course, it delivers relevant information, but besides that, there's nothing really different with the Android Wear experience here and remains largely the same to anything else out there. As for the rest, it has the same 300 mAh battery as its sibling, and with that, it gives us the same battery life, roughly a day and a half of normal usage, and usually by the end of the first night, we're roughly around the 40 to 50% range. It's also powered by the same Qualcomm Snapdragon 400 processor with 512 megabytes of RAM, and that of course gives it enough responsiveness. The more we kept on using the Moto 360 Sport, the tougher it became to justify its $300 cost. Now that's the same as the regular Moto 360, which has a customizable design. And when you think about it, if you buy a third-party band that's rubbery, you could pretty much achieve the look and feel of the Moto 360 Sport. Now go with this one if you mainly love that sporty design. It does it really nicely, but overall it doesn't paint quite a convincing story because the only thing different here is the included Moto Body running application, the built-in GPS, and of course that sporty design.